I think Russ has an interesting history that's different too. That's not to say there's one way to do it, right? I think your history growing up with the martial arts and what you learned from that, from the sensei process and the clarity of how to learn, how to teach, how to carry yourself.
Yeah, that was.
I know carries through.
Yeah, my internship started as soon as I could. I had to pay for my own martial arts lessons, and I did it by teaching classes. And I definitely learned the soft science of influence and coaching through martial arts. I also learned, I kind of like laugh whenever someone says, well, here's the stretch to do. And they ask, well, how long should I hold the stretch? I just that blows my mind whenever someone asks that. Do it until you can't go any further. I'm telling you, you need to be at 90 degrees. You're at 60. How about you just do it till you get to 90? How long is that? I don't fucking care. Like, well, how long would you do it for? I've done it for 3 hours before, and then I finally got there. Hurt like hell the next day, you did it again. So in martial arts, if you can't kick people in the head, well, you're in the wrong sport. You don't care enough about this. So I learned flexibility, speed, power by trying to develop it so I can kick the shit out of people. And that was kind of at a young age. And then what going back to like the residency and trying to seek out further education, the coolest thing about what we do for a living is predicated on science. Mm-hmm. And physics books, biomechanics books, chemistry books, pathophysiology books are pretty cheap. Science evolves. That's why we have Journal Club. That's why we have research. But if you get a good current textbook, you're going to learn a lot. So having a strong backbone in science is so critical. I mean, that's before residency, and that's really not in school. You need to do that more. So my grad school before physical therapy school was as a master's in biomechanics. And we dove deep. It was in the biomedical engineering department, UC Davis. And I had to study extremely hard in both science, engineering, and biomechanical principles and applying that to the human body. And so when I took a course on biomechanics in PT school, it was kind of like a quick synopsis of things that I spent 3 years in. And the point of it is there's so much science to dive into outside of school that really makes you special. And I would love it if someone kind of came to our group, an absolute specialist in healing. They knew the inside and out of everything regarding DNA and regeneration and tissue remodeling and both the nutritional factors and lifestyle factors and things that go into that. If you come in having that as a formative strength to your ability, we're going to go somewhere. You've got some interest. You have an interesting strength that not many people show. But I think the point is, people think that a residency is I'm going to become a great therapist by going to residency. Whatever your limiting factor is, attack it. For Tony, it was being in a weight room and speaking up. For me, I came at it I spoke up at age 13 teaching a class to 8-year-olds, so that wasn't my issue. I had to come at it after engineering school. I had to learn a lot of science and biology to ramp up my knowledge. But you got to find your own limiting factor and fill it, and that's your own personal residency.